Welcome, Leo, to your October 2025 reading, and thanks for tuning into my channel. Now, I have to start out by saying happy Halloween, Leo, if you celebrate Halloween where you are. Also, if you would like a mini reading from me, all you need to do is click that thanks button, nominate an amount you would like to donate, then in the comment section below, put your question or what you'd like me to focus my reading on when I do it for you. I'll film the video just like I'm doing now, and I will leave a link for you in response to your comment, so you can click on that link and it will take you straight to your video. Now, I've had people that donated money, but they didn't leave a comment. So I don't know if they're just being kind and leaving me a donation, a thanks, or if they do want a reading, because I can't leave you a link to your video if you don't leave a comment. So please, if you do want your reading, make sure you do put a comment as well so I can link it to your video, to your reading. Now let's get into this month's reading. Now, wow, you start out the energy of the month with the Justice card. Now, this card represents a Libra, so you may have a significant Libra in your life, but this Justice represent things coming back into balance for you. And if things if you have anything to do with legal proceedings, contracts, new jobs, or anything like that, this could be the focus of your month, of the month as well in October. Now, Libra or Justice is, like I said, it's a card of things coming back into balance. And it's a card that also encourages us to do what we know is right. And it's interesting, you have the Seven of Swords right beside it. And sometimes this is a card that kind of like nudges you to say, remember to keep on the straight and narrow. This is a card of some readers see the Seven of Swords as a card of lying, stealing, a cheater type energy. So this is a general reading, so please don't shoot the messenger, but just always make sure that you are keeping on the straight and narrow, because you don't want any kind of legal issues to surface here for you. I'm sorry, I'm just moving my camera here. You don't want any legal issues to arise, but if you are in any legal battles for anything or anything official that you are required to, require a lawyer or anything like that, when the Justice card comes out, this is saying that justice is on your side. So things will turn out quite favorably for you if you are going through anything there. And also, I feel like if you're in a position where others are in a situation where they have the ability to make a judgment or an evaluation in your favor or not, again, drawing the Justice card is a really nice, favorable indication that things will be going your way. So that's a really good sign there. But, in saying that, if there are any legal contracts, if you're buying a property, if you're buying a car, if you're getting a new job, anything where a contract is involved, make sure you review them really carefully before you sign anything. Now, Justice also comes up here to say, stand up for your beliefs. If you know you're right, and you are in any kind of a legal battle, hold your convictions stand firm and hold them, because you will be successful here with that. It's really, really a good energy there. But again, that Seven of Swords, just be mindful that, look, there could potentially be people that also don't have your best interests at heart. So the only people really I see here, you've got the Hangman, which is a Sagittarian energy, and you do have the Libra energy there as well. So just be mindful of that. But what the Seven of Swords also says is doing things your own way in a strategic fashion. And it's interesting that you do have that Hangman card there as well, because the Hangman does talking about looking at things from a different perspective and being able to use this time, if you feel like you have been hanging around, so to speak, or feel like things haven't been moving, use this time to really assess where you're at. And I feel like I said, look, you are a Leo. You are so strong, so powerful, so intelligent, so passionate. So I feel like you are going to be doing things a little bit differently. The story of the Seven of Swords, you often see the soldier is sneaking in to the enemy camp and he's stealing all of the swords. But he's trying to prevent a war. So he's going about it in a bit of a different way. If he's thinking, if I take all the weapons away from the enemy, then they can't fight. It's kind of that way. So you're going about a problem or a situation in your life in a different way to get the results that you want. But yeah, as I said, that Hangman energy, I feel like you are looking at your life a little bit differently at the moment. And I feel like this could even be to do with your career, a money-making project, your finances. You are looking at things differently. But if you are finding yourself sort of suspended and things aren't moving forward for you, I feel like you need to take this time to really contemplate your actions, contemplate your next moves, and look at your situation again from a different perspective. But I feel like it's almost like you've got the Seven of Pentacles here. Now, the Seven of Pentacles has come out for a lot of star signs, but the Seven of Pentacles is that card where we have done enough. Now it's just a matter of waiting for the fruits of our labor to show up here for us. And the Seven of Pentacles always depicts that farmer. In a traditional deck, you'd see the farmer standing there, very similar to this deck. This deck is the Mystic Palette Tarot, by the way, by Ciro Marchetti, if you're wondering. But the farmer, he goes out and he tills the soil and he plants the seeds. He waters them. He nurtures the plants. He fertilizes them. He weeds them. And all that's left to be done now is to wait for them to grow. He can't go out and pluck on the little shoots to make them grow any faster. So there is an element of waiting here. So if some of you are going for a job interview or waiting for to hear about a legal issue or something where you are having to wait for the results, like exam results, you've done all that you can do, and just know that it will work out in your favor. Now, I feel like here in October, you've got the Four of Pentacles, and I feel like for a lot of you, you are squirreling away money. You're hanging on tightly to your finances, and often this is for fear of running out or not having enough. But this card it's a card of duality. It's either you're hanging on so tightly to your money, sometimes perhaps just out of fear, not when you really have to. But other times you are spending like there's no tomorrow. So I feel like if that is the case, the fact that this is underneath the Justice card, I think things are coming back into balance there in terms of your finances. I don't think you'll be doing either or too much in October. You will be able to just spend when you need to and save when you need to, but hanging on too tightly to anything, and this could be a way of thinking, a way of seeing things, can be quite destructive as well. So just be careful that you this doesn't get too out of hand from one extreme to another. Now it's interesting, you've got the Three of Wands here as well, and this is very similar energy to that Seven of Pentacles. This talks about your ships are coming in. So in other words, you've put in all of the effort, you've put in all of the work. Now it's a matter of just waiting for the ships with all of your stuff on them to dock. You don't have to stand there on the shore or on the cliff waiting for them to arrive. They are coming. You know they're coming. So you just need to now move on to the next big project. You know, both of the Three of Wands and that Seven of Pentacles do have that element of waiting. There is a time here where you are sort of required to wait a little bit, but the Three is again giving you that perfect time to pause and reflect. So I feel like again this is very much a message in the Hangman, and in a way in that Seven of Pentacles as well. Yeah, I feel like not all the rewards for your efforts have presented themselves yet. And this can often sometimes make you feel a bit stressed and a bit nervous, but there's no need to worry. Your ships are coming in, and there's no need to wait for them to arrive. You need to start planning for the next big phase of your life, the next big project, whatever it is for you. It's time now to start planning, because you put things into motion now, and they're going to come up. And you have just such a wonderful card of abundance here. You have that Ten of Pentacles. I love this card. This card is not only abundance that is enough for you and your family now, but this is for generations to come. You are building your wealth. This is generational wealth here. Now this can talk about an inheritance that's coming in here for some of you, but this is financial security and joyful contentment in this. It's a strong connection to family, you know. Yeah, and it's almost like you're worried about the future, or not so much worried, but you're planning for the future. You're thinking further down the track here with this Ten of Pentacles and the financial security there. And it's like when this card shows up, your home and your health are really important. And it's like, I feel like in October things are feeling just right. And it's almost like you've earned the right to be proud of yourself a little bit. And it's interesting, all tens are sort of the pinnacle of their suit. So this is like that place where you've reached that place where you feel secure, safe, happy, and then right after the 10, you have another most wonderful, powerful card, that Ace of Wands. That is that card of brand new inspiration, brand new fire, passion, desire. This can talk about a new job coming in here for you. This can talk about a new creative project that you want to commence. This can even talk about our spirituality in a way. Excuse me. Our the way we connect with our intuition, our angels, our spirit guides. And look, for some of you, this can even talk about a new baby coming into your world, a new business that you might want to start, a new source of income, a new passion project, I feel, for a lot of you. And if some of you are, this can even talk about a new fur baby that you're going to be getting. But this can talk about something that's like your metaphorical baby, like you're starting a new project and that's your baby, or you're starting a new business and that's going to kind of become your baby. It's that kind of thing. But a lot of passion, a lot of desire, a lot of energy as well in this ace, but brand new, wonderful, exciting beginnings here. I love that for you, Leo. Now let's get some clarifying cards out. Sorry, that went a bit longer than I would normally like to do it. Wow, you're showing up in your own reading here, Leo. I love that. This is the Queen of Wands. I would normally read the Queen of Wands as a Leo. Passionate, adventurous, warm, caring, driven kind of person here. But look, this can also represent any other fire sign as well, so an Aries or a Sagittarian. But it's interesting, the Five of Cups came out with that card. So I feel like for a lot of you, there is still this element of sadness that you are hanging on to, that from the past, that's really potentially holding you back as well in some areas. And the story of the Five of Cups is that the figure is always looking down at the spilled cups, or in this case the cups that are on their side that can't hold anything in them, that'll just run out. And so the story is, if that figure is focusing on the spilled cups, or the cups that can't hold anything, they're missing the two cups that are right there, that are filled with all of your dreams, aspirations, desires, passions, joys, love, whatever it is, abundance. And so this card really asks you again to focus, to turn your energy to the two full cups. And I feel like this is a bit of a repeat message with that Hangman card, where you are really needing to look at things from a different perspective. Perhaps the sadness that happened, it was hard at the time and it was heartbreaking at the time, but everything happens for a reason, even the hard times. And sometimes it's just a matter of looking at it from a different perspective to find out why you had to go through that, and what have you actually learned by going through that as well. But I feel like with that wonderful Queen of Wands energy there, go for it here. Yeah, there's heartbreak here. Just excuse me, I'm gonna cough. I do apologize. Hope that didn't blast your ears out. I've moved the microphone to a different spot, so I did turn my face. That Three of Swords, that is a bit of a heartbreak kind of energy there. There is something that has emotionally hurt you, and sometimes that can really keep you stuck. But again, it's like, I feel like there's this lesson that you are going to be able to take from this. Yeah, you're turning away from that. There's a brand new beginning here, a new adventure for you. You are starting on a new foot here. And this can talk about traveling, this can talking about moving, this can actually talk about, if it's not physically traveling or moving, but just you being on a new adventure internally, but it is a very adventurous card. And if you have been wondering about something or wanting to do something, this is a great card that kind of gives you a little push and says, go for it, you know, take that leap of faith. You have this wonderful new road open to you. Yeah, you have this working in a nice tight knit little team here. If I can get my words out. The Three of Pentacles is that card that talks about you sharing your wisdom, sharing your knowledge, being a mentor to others. So there could absolutely be a brand new career here where you are in a mentorship role, or you are in a leadership role, a management role, where you are not only using the skills that you have, but also being able to share those with those around you and working together to make a really wonderful successful business, or job, you know, a wonderful successful role that you're doing. If it is a new job, you've got a King of Cups here. So kings are authority figures. So this could be a new boss. This could be a father figure, or someone in your, father or mother figure. This is non-gender specific, by the way. This I would normally read as a Cancer, but this can be any water sign, so a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. But I feel like this is a card that really asks you to open up your heart and allow your heart to be filled with emotion, particularly after this really painful time that you've gone through. And, you know, the King of Cups, this is such a beautiful energy. If this is a person, this is someone that's really caring, really emotionally mature, very, very loving and emotional and nurturing as well. They've got a really good heart. You can trust this person. And like I said, if this doesn't represent someone in your life, I feel like this is the qualities that you will be also demonstrating in October, particularly if you are in a position of authority. That's how you will manage. You will be that kind, caring, supportive mentor as well. But let's get a final card from the Now I Understand Oracle deck to just finish it all off there. Whoa. Rest. Time out. Get the well-earned rest you deserve to recuperate mind, body, and soul. I actually really see this connected with that Hangman card in a way. And it's like I was saying, if you are feeling like you are in this place where it's a bit of a suspended animation, or you're waiting for the next stage of your career, you're waiting for the next job to come up, you're waiting for the next project to start, I feel like you need to take this time to really just unwind, particularly for those of you that have had a very emotionally and mentally straining period of time that you've gone through. You really need to take some time out. So my heart goes out to all of you beautiful Leos out there if you have been going through some tough times. But I feel like October is really presenting some wonderful brand new opportunities here for you that look to be very exciting. So have a wonderful month. Now, don't forget, if you would like a mini reading from me, just click that thanks button, nominate any amount. Doesn't have to be a big amount. I was giving the readings away for free, but a lot of people were not coming back and listening to them. So it really was just, I was wasting my energy. So now I feel like if people are paying for them, then they will actually come back and be invested in watching them, so I won't be wasting my time. Also, if you'd like to help my channel out, I do have an online store and I sell beautiful crystal jewelry there and antiques as well. All the jewelry is handmade by my mum, very good quality, beautiful stones and crystals in those. They're all one-off pieces only. You will not find a million of them on Etsy. And the antiques, you might like to check those out and see if there's any little treasures there for you. And if you don't want to do either of those things, just a thumbs up or a share, a like, a subscribe, that would help me out amazingly as well. So have a wonderful month, my beautiful Leos, and I hope to see you next month. Bye.